I'm delighted to say the one man that is going to be involved on Sunday and joins us now here on talkSPORT 2 is special teamer and defensive back for Tampa Bay, Ryan Smith. Ryan, we're on Thursday night now. We're just 72 hours or so away from the game. How are you feeling right now, sir?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm very relaxed about everything going on. It's definitely exciting. Experiment. Um, what's the word?
Experience?
Experience. I'm tripping. Exciting experience and everything like that. But I'm excited to go out there and do my thing and help the team.
I think we've talked obviously a huge amount this week about Mahomes and Brady and defensive lines against offensive lines. And there have been certain storylines going throughout, but every single Super Bowl that I've certainly covered over the last 7 years or so, there's been something huge happen on the special team side, which has made a big difference on the game. And that's where you're taking the majority of your snaps. So how's that room feeling and how are you ready to contribute this Sunday?
Yeah, man. I mean, everybody's feeling the same as far as just ready to go out there and beat these guys. We played them early on in the year. This game, it's definitely huge. It's the World Championship. We played these guys earlier this season and we lost, but we get to redeem ourselves at home in the biggest game of the season. So everybody excited to go out there and play their role and help the team.
What's it been like? Because it's obviously your first experience, but a very different experience after a COVID year, being at home and actually just getting to, be in your own facility. Have you felt the size of Super Bowl week at this point, considering that, you haven't had the usual rigmarole around it?
Me personally, no, because like you said, COVID and everything going on. To me, just feel like another game that's coming up throughout the week. Of course, it's media and stuff and things like that. But I don't think we got the full excitement like we could have if COVID wasn't around.
At the same time, last off season, you came to the end of your rookie deal. You had opportunities to sign elsewhere. You decide to stick around and stay in Tampa Bay and go for opportunities there. And just over a week ago, you're lifting the George Halas Trophy. It's a pretty, it justifies that decision, I think.
Yeah, it kind of does. I mean, shoot, if I was with any other team, of course I wouldn't even be here right now. So it does kind of justify my decision to stay. I'm glad I did. I know the guys, I know the coaching staff, I know the defense, I know the special teams plays, things like that. So I felt like I would still play a major role in this team, getting to the Super Bowl.
Let me ask you about that coaching staff, about Coach Arians as a leader. He's a guy who we've had on our show before, and we didn't know if he'd go back into coaching. And he takes this job in Tampa Bay, and within 2 years, it's Super Bowl. So tell us a little bit about the impact and what he's like as a guy around the locker room and on the training field.
When he first got here last year, man, he still is cutthroat. He tell it like it is. He, say what's on his mind, tell you how you doing. He's a coach's player. I mean, a player's coach. He's a great guy. He came in, he set the tone. We know what he wanted from off the rip. Everybody bought into the scheme of what he wanted, and we went from there. He brought it in pieces he thought was going to help us get to the Super Bowl. Second year as coach is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we here. So I mean, it speaks for itself.
What does it mean for the city of Tampa, which you've been able to call your home for the last 5 years going into, and bringing a championship back there, and seemingly like they've become suddenly the hottest bed of sports talent in the world? You've got Stanley Cup champions, a finalist for the World Series. Now you guys in the Super Bowl, you are the new title town right now.
Yeah, it's just been like a bittersweet year for the Bucks, for Tampa. Period. With COVID and everything going on, shutting things down, can't have fans, things like that, so they can't actually see the performance we're putting on for them. But at the same time, Tampa is just winning right now. Tampa we just winning. I think the Bucks became a hot commodity when when Brady came to the team, and that's when everything started spiking up, and you had other players wanting to come here. It just Tampa's the place to be right now, and right now Tampa going crazy. It's a blessing to be on a team that's making history, hosting the Super Bowl at their own home. So it's fun, you know.
It's awesome. It's really exciting.
Yeah, it is.
And I wonder that from, because the talent was there last year. People who suggest that Tom Brady has come to town and turned, like, this idea that he's turned a 2-14 team into a Super Bowl team is nonsense. He picked that team because there was a lot of talent there already.
Definitely.
But what does having a winner like Tom Brady come into your building do for the organization, and what's he been like around the team?
I feel like every team that that make it far in this league, because it's not easy to win football games. I feel like they have a great game manager, and that's what I think Tom Brady is. He came to the team already with the experience. He's a great game manager, and like you said, we already had the pieces. We just needed that one extra piece. That's really the most important position on the field. He came in here, he did his thing, he did what he said he was going to do, what everybody expected him to do, nothing less. And yeah, like I said, we're here now. And how he is in the locker room, man, he's down to earth dude, man. He's not too famous to where, he won't talk to the little guys, things like that, man. You ask for his help, he gonna be right there to help you out, man. He's easy to talk to. So, he's a great guy.
Do you remember the first time you ever spoke to him? The first time you encountered him, what he was like?
Well, I know when it's about business, about football, he gonna be on you. I seen that from a distance, because he's on the offensive side. But when I first encountered him, I don't know what I said. I probably say what's up, but I know my first time really speaking to him was during camp. We going against each other, and I'm trying to pick his brain really, to be a better player for myself. And like I said, when you ask for his help, he's right there to help you out. So yeah, that's how that went.
I mean, there's a guy to learn from. A guy that's been to 10 Super Bowls is probably a pretty good shout of somebody to take some life lessons from. I want to ask you as well about not just the coaching staff in Bruce Arians, but the coaching staff working at the coordinator level and below. And it's something that, Coach Arians has made a big point of is making sure there's diversity in his coaching staff. You've got guys there who I think are rightly justified in probably being frustrated in Byron Leftwich and in Todd Bowles that they're not getting head coaching opportunities. Keith Armstrong, the special teams coordinator as well, he's been in those conversations before. But what is it to you to have, in a league where there's so much conversation about the Rooney Rule, to have black coordinators, black coaches in those positions of power and importance as the guys that you are learning from and are teaching you?
Yeah, it's just a blessing, and it's a blessing to see that happening, unfolding in front of everybody's eyes, especially with the way the world's going on right now. Just seeing, coaches of color and that holds that power. It's like you just want to do that much more, to make sure everything goes smoothly for them and just help out as best as you can.
I love that. And take us to Sunday. What are the feelings right now? How prepped are you? Because everyone we've spoken to this week, and we speak to all these guys who've been to Super Bowls, played in them, and there's that key topic throughout the week is don't peak too early. So what are you guys doing to make sure that, considering a lot of you are going for the first time, that everyone stays level and treats it like a normal week?
I feel like, everybody's been playing this game for so long. I think 2 weeks ago against the Packers showed that, we don't let those big games get to it. No matter what anybody says about, last week it was the cold that was going to, hinder us from winning the game. And this week, people might say it's the stage is too high for us, things like that. It's just football. It's something we've been doing all our lives. Yeah, we're playing at the biggest stage we ever played on in our lives, but we've played on big stage before. So like this, it's like second nature. I don't think nobody's too high, too low. I think everybody's right there in the middle to where, man, we're going to be straight. We're going to go out there. We're going to get the rolling.
Look, I will hold my hands up and say that the last 2 weeks in New Orleans and in Green Bay, I picked against you both weeks. I made that stupid mistake of betting against the Tom Brady team in the playoffs, and that's the way you lose your home. But the element of going to 3 road games, what's that been like for you? And I know you've not had the other experience, but has that been different to you guys for the fact that you've had to go and prove it in other people's buildings and really kind of, take the toughest road you could sled to get there?
I feel like that's the reason. That's what brought all of us even closer together. I feel like going on the road and going against these tough teams, man. Like, um, I called us some road warriors. We didn't think. I mean, we didn't let that affect anything. Us playing at home, us playing away didn't matter. We're gonna come out guns blazing. In these games, hearing all these critics and analysts, speak against us or about us, about what they think we can do, what we can't do, the weather, all those things. It just was like, okay, we didn't say too much. We just went on and did our thing. So personally, I think us playing on the road kind of helped us.
And finally, I've been to training camp in Tampa Bay, which, by the way, as a larger and ginger man, is not a great experience. It is muggy and it is hot. But sorry, muggy is a very British word for being huge.
Nah, it's all good.
Fine. I just realized I've just done that.
We say that too.
Fine, great. But you can stand on the 50-yard line of your practice field and look over your shoulder, and less than half a mile away, looming in the near distance, is Raymond James Stadium. And you've been able to see that in practice all week, with now the Super Bowl logos all over it, with everything going on there. Have you had even with you trying to stay level and treat it like a normal week, have you had a moment this week where you've just taken that in and really gone, it's the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think I did that last week. One of my off days, we went into lift, and I just stopped and I just gazed at the stadium like it's right there. I just pointed at it like it's really right there, So it's not like we're going to another state, somebody else's stadium to like, oh yeah, we're going to Super Bowl. Like we're actually looking at it unfolding in front of our eyes right across the street, So I think last week was that moment I had. And I think honestly, it still hasn't completely hit me like we're in the Super. I know we're in the Super Bowl, but I don't think it's going to hit me honestly until the day before or the day of.
And I mean, you could be there lifting a Lombardi, firing the cannons on Sunday, and in front of some fans as well, which I know, like,
some fans,
that in itself, even if it's going to be limited numbers, it's going to be a really special moment for the city, regardless of the result. And so, pulling for you guys. Hope you have a great game on Sunday. I hope it's just a great game from a personal perspective, but
yeah.
I'm sure you'd rather just have a blowout and know you've won it by midway through the third quarter. I'm not sure you can ever do that with Patrick Mahomes on the other sideline, but
it's all good. We're going to get him, though. It's okay.
Love that. Really appreciate your time, Ryan. Thank you so much for speaking with us, and good luck for Sunday.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.